Extreme Makeover Home Edition has its own bevy of celebrities who travel with the show. The biggest names were, of course, Shaun White, who we already mentioned, plus designers Paul DeMeo, Ed Sanders, Tracy Hudson, and Ty Pennington.
Now, in addition to that was the Dean family, who of course didn't have to travel very far at all. Paula and her husband Michael, along with youngest son Bobby, made an appearance at Wednesday night's Extreme Extravaganza with quite an extreme announcement to make. The Extreme Extravaganza did not disappoint, with 500 people each paying $100. All of that money going to pay off the existing mortgage on the Simpsons home that was knocked down. Inside the stadium, designer Paul DeMeo took center stage as everyone gathered on the field. He shot a message to be delivered to the Simpson family. It's a part of the show where they get to see everything that's going on in their home city while they're away. We talked to Paul after shooting that segment to find out what he wanted the Simpsons to know.
That the reason they really moved here in the first place was because of this community, because of when they first came here for the health care of Zoe at the hospital. This community really supported them here, so they wanted to give back to that community. We just wanted to say that this community is still here for you, and we know that you're there for them.
Before the Simpsons left town, ABC asked to see their wish list, and number one on that list was for the Simpsons family friend and colleague Brian Buchanan to be able to propose to his girlfriend. Designer Tracy Hudson presented Brian with a diamond ring Levy Jewelers donated, and in front of everyone at Grayson Stadium, he asked, and Amber accepted. Also on the wish list was to be able to feed the hungry. Paula Deen shot a segment in which she and designer Ed tell the Simpson family that Smithfield Foods donated 25,000 pounds of food to the Second Harvest Food Bank. This donation helped the bank reach its goal of 300,000 pounds.
It is a chance to highlight what the food banks do every day, trying to help people in their hour of need.
And there's more wish granting to come, but you'll have to wait for the show's premiere.
Now, stuffed shelves is not a scene the Second Harvest Food Bank of coastal Georgia sees too often. This is an exceptional time for the program. Benedictine Military School cadets and the students of Chatham Academy pulled in huge donations. Chatham Academy students donated more than 1,500 cans of food. Benedictine, well, the cadets gave a total of 50,000 pounds of non-perishable food items. All right, get ready to get dusty and destroy some things. The Extreme Makeover Home Edition volunteers sure were ready. You can't take down a house without some cheering, right? On Saturday, or day one, was demolition. The Simpsons brick home crumbled under the powerful bucket of the JCB donated backhoe. Things got very dusty on site. Water was sprayed to help some of the dust settle. Too many particles in the air can destroy those camera shots that the show wants so badly. By the end of Saturday, the whole house was broken down into pieces and it was hauled away.
But getting rid of the old house made space, of course, for the new one. On day two, the concrete foundation was poured with an accelerant that sped up the drying process. Soon after, framing of the new Victorian gingerbread style home began. Then on day three, framing is almost done and we begin to see where those walls will stand. A few familiar faces like Jamie Dean and Governor Sonny Perdue made a visit to the site. By the evening, the hardy wood was going up, shingles were being installed on the roof, and the Simpsons' brand new pool, you see it there, lowered down into the ground. Now on day four, the exterior of the home continued to progress. We even got a sneak peek of what would become Zoe's therapy room. And by day five, the Simpsons had grass and the landscaping began to look amazing. Also filling the street was truckloads of furniture and accessories, all waiting to be loaded into their final resting place. Well, we didn't get the chance to see the host, Ty Pennington, throughout those days, but on the final night, after all the crowds had returned home, we did. Ty and the Simpsons spent hours inside the new home taping for the show, but about 11 p.m. they wrapped, and as Ty exited the home, he was gracious enough to stop and chat with us live on the air. It's an exclusive you only saw on WJCL and Fox 28. Here are some of the highlights.
And thank you so much for stopping by and chatting with us.
Well, I'm glad to be here. Glad to do it. Yeah, it was an awesome day, incredible day. So it's been, wow. I mean, Savannah has just poured the love out, you know, and like to bring these guys home to a community that's embraced them, and to have SCAD involved this week, and to have all the volunteers, and our builder's been phenomenal. And look at the house. It's just like so amazing. Beautiful. So it's been just a great week.
And you're a Georgia boy, so we like having you here.
Yes, sir. I'm a Georgia boy. No, yeah, raised in Atlanta, and just, I mean, love Savannah. Such a charming town. So got a lot of friends here as well. So yeah, it's good to be. Well, it's good to be home.
Yeah.
we did some amazing things this week, not only building a house, but giving this family the tools they need to sort of, I mean, he really is sort of a miracle with what all he's battled. And
Sure.
but to see like him, I mean, let's just say that we gave him the tools they need to really expand on his future. And tonight we saw something that, I mean, it's just hard to believe that he could actually do. But it just goes to show you that no matter what obstacles are put in front of you, you know, if you believe, you know, you can overcome anything. So I think that's sort of what this week's been like, but it was awesome. I mean, I wish I could tell you more, but you sort of have to tune in to see.
Nice guy.
Very nice guy. And he was so tired, and he stopped and talked to us. I mean,
That's
how could I
nice.
say anything other than he was amazing? So.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, don't go anywhere. A gift of a new home was not all the Simpsons got. An incredible gift is coming up.
And it's the exclusive sit-down TV interview we've all been waiting for. The Simpsons join us live next. Well, believe it or not, the 3,000 square foot home and numerous wishes granted don't even begin to sum up everything the family was given this past week.
Nope, the good news for the family started on the morning of Friday, November 12th with the reveal that they were indeed the winners. Now, later that day, the family got this surprise.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They are the proud owners of a brand new Ford Explorer. The family checked out the SUV's features and eventually fired it up for the crowd. Now, fast forward 6 days, and the Simpson children got word that South University was giving them $100,000 in scholarship money. We should also mention the family also got to rub elbows with all of the show's celebrities, and that must have been fun.
Yeah, and of course, the grand finale for The Simpsons was seeing their brand new home for the first time. Late Thursday afternoon, 6 days after The Simpsons were told they would get a new home, they did. Of course, the work of thousands of volunteers transformed the corner of East 55th and Abercorn streets forever. And if the home wasn't enough excitement, professional skateboarder Shaun White gave the oldest child, Isaac, a skateboard, and the family got to walk inside for the very first time. Instantly, their lives were transformed.
Well, we are so pleased to have with us the Simpson family in our studios this evening. So welcome to all of you. It's just amazing to have you here. And what have you thought in the last 25 minutes, seeing your old house come down and your new one being built? How has it been watching that?
This is the first time that we've seen that footage because we were locked away from all media.
Right.
Not just because we had to, but we really wanted it to be a surprise. So this is quite overwhelming, seeing the process take place, and that's the one thing that we really wish that we could have been a part of, is seeing it. But of course, you know, we couldn't.
Right, absolutely.
So, yeah.
Now, Jim told us that you got a little sick towards the end of the build. Do you think all the craziness and the stress of everything kind of got to you?
I did. I actually got seasick the first night of the cruise, and then that was over. The next day was wonderful. And then, yeah, I think just the changes of environment and going here and there and everything, but I feel much better now.
Good.
Good, absolutely. Well, Isaac, we understand that you were quite surprised by Olympic snowboarder and skateboarder Shaun White being not only here to see you special, but he was in your new room. What was that like to meet your hero?
It was just awesome.
Was it? Tell me some more. I understand that these clothes that you're wearing here, tell us the story behind that.
When I walked in my room, it was just skateboarding and video games everywhere. And they even packed my closet with Shaun White
Clothes, which
Give
you're
me
wearing
5.
right now.
That is awesome. We like it very much. That was pretty exciting, wasn't it? Look at this little one. She's dying.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Caitlin, we know you got an awesome room, an awesome princess room. What did you think when you walked in the room?
I think it's amazing.
You think it's amazing? Good. Were you just so excited? Could you believe what you saw?
No. Is it everything that a princess would want?
Yeah.
Now, we understand that the highest point in the house is a part of your room, right? Do you ever get scared up there? It's so high up, or is it really cool? Really cool. I think so. Absolutely. Well, we know that each child has amazing things in, his and her room.
Yeah.
Is this going to change the way, that you put rules on them and how much time they spend locked away in their really cool rooms?
Isaac, is it going to change the way that we do rules? We've already been talking about the fact that as awesome and just unbelievable as this is, that we are the same family. And we're going to continue to raise our kids to be the same people we wanted them to be to begin with. We have some extra resources now, and we know that we've got the support of the community behind us, and it's still our goal to see our kids grow up to be great moms and dads, husbands and wives one day, and so we're going to continue to fight for that regardless of what our house looks like.
Yep, we'll still have chores to do.
And you have more. You have a bigger house.
We will. With a great house comes great responsibility. That's kind of a tweak on a famous saying.
Now, speaking of that, we have to ask, is there anything from the old house that you guys are going to miss? Or is experience just so overwhelming and you can't even kind of go back that?
Yeah, we were so focused on his needs and on the children that, this is all worth it in the end.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that there's anything that we really are missing. I mean, it was restored unto us 10 times, seeing the blessings from the community and just knowing that we really serve an awesome God.
Now, you guys had a chance to obviously meet with each of the designers and, Ty Pennington. Anything stick out in your mind about any of them that was your favorite thing or the funniest moment with them?
They were all so nice and personable and fun to be with. And the first day on Ambush Day, Paulie sat out there on the side on 55th Street and taught Caitlin some ninja skills for about 30 minutes straight.
30 minutes.
They worked on some
Show
ninja
them how you do
skills.
ninjas with your hands. Do a ninja.
Okay. And she practiced all week, and she has her plan down. And then Tracy sat and played video games with Isaac. So they just treated the kids so nice. And Ed played with Zoe, and it was just amazing.
Yeah, it was
down to
so
earth
neat.
people.
Yeah, it was so neat to watch them. Zoe would be getting tired during filming, and he'd get down to crawl, and Ed would just chase him around the house. It was wonderful. It was really neat. They're good people.
Now, speaking of Zoe, of course, he was one of the reasons why you guys were chosen. How has he responded to all of the chaos that's been around you guys for the past week?
Well, there's you guys will see a big surprise on the show of one response that he had, but I will say that he has really come alive in that house. The wide open spaces means he can crawl all the time. We're having to chase him more than we ever have, but that's okay. We know that that's good for him. It's good muscle development, and it's just great.
It's a good sign that he can show us that, hey, I understand that in this environment I have more abilities. So he's showing us that every day, and it's just so reassuring and exciting.
Has he, from what we've seen on our footage, he seemed to handle the crowds and the noise and all this excitement remarkably well. Is that true?
Yeah, he has done really well and has been pretty laid back through the whole thing. Nothing out of the norm. When he's tired, he fusses, and otherwise he's good.
Well, thank you guys for being here with all of us tonight. We really appreciate it. And of course, we'll let you guys know when the show is going to air here on WJCL.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.